Oh no, I swore. We're gonna redo this. Hello everyone, my name is Kayleigh and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I've been having a ton of fun with Kanto Cup, and as promised we are here with another team showcase video. And this time, all Kanto Pokemon. No Alolan variants, we are sticking to proper Kanto, not the kind of Kanto, kind of Alolan rules that Niantic lets us get away with. So on the lead we have Snorlax. He's brilliant on the lead, PV Poke ranks in 5th for Kanto Cup. He has a lot of neutral matchups. He can beat the Psychic types because of his Lick fast move, and he can beat Dugong too, who I've been seeing a fair bit on the lead. Of course, he is weak to fighting types, being a normal type Pokemon. So in behind him to deal with that weakness, we have Hypno. Hypno has Confusion as his fast move, super effective against the fighting types, and is also super effective against poison typing, which comes in really handy because there are a ton of half poison type Pokemons running around in Kanto. You've got the grass poison types like Venusaur, Victreebel, Vileplume, you've got Golbat too, even some Nidoqueens and Nidokings I've seen, so very handy. And then finally in the back we have Venusaur. He's got Sludge Bomb, which helps him with the fairy types, and both Sludge Bomb and Frenzy Plant do brilliant neutral damage, so they're really handy whatever matchup you're in unless they're resisted. Okay, that's the team. Oh, one last thing, I wouldn't recommend running Hypno with the moves that I've got. I was not playing Charge TM Roulette to try and get rid of Focus Blast, but if you have more patience and TMs than me, I would recommend Shadow Ball over Focus Blast, specifically for Kanto, because of all the Psychic and Ghost types, i.e. Alolan Marowak, running around that is going to do super effective damage against. Okay, now I've explained my odd moveset choice, let's go. Kanto Cup, I'm gonna miss you. Only a few days left, sadly. But we're gonna enjoy our battles while we can. So, fighting a guy in the Isle of Armor clothing, I believe. Got a Snorlax on a Rapidash matchup. So I'm not gonna swap out at this point in time. I'm just gonna go for the Lick damage. Even though Incinerate is so much more hard hitting, it's quite slow. So Lick does slightly out damage it at the moment. They're coming in with a Flame Charge, yep. Boost their attack, so it makes sense to go for that one in a neutral matchup. I've charged up to 2 Body Slams now, so I'll throw the first one, see if I can get a shield. And I can, brilliant. I'm gonna go for a second Body Slam. Just in case they shield twice, I'd really rather not drop my Snorlax's attack and defense. They don't though, and that's okay. I'm gonna let that attack through as Snorlax is so low anyway. Even though they have won the lead matchup, I do have shield advantage. So I'm going to swap in Hypno as one Confusion should, finish the Rapidash for me. And that turned out to be a great choice as they come in with a Shadow Venusaur. That might not have been necessarily what they intended to do because that Confusion damage was brutal. But they come in with a Shadow Gyarados, which really isn't much better because the vast majority of Hypnos run Thunder Punch. And of course I do too, and that's going to be doing super effective damage, and Confusion is chunking away as if it's super effective because of the shadow on that Gyarados. So I've taken their shield, taken the Gyarados, and now I'm just Confusioning down. That would have been really cool if I'd been able to take out both of them with Hypno, but Venusaur gets to move first, which I of course let through. Come in with a Venusaur of my own. Now it's going to be a race to Frenzy Plant. I must win CMP because I get Frenzy Plant, and they would have, I presume, had a Frenzy Plant at the same time as me. Their shield's down, so Frenzy Plant of course will KO. Does it even really count as a KO if your opponent's health is that low anyway? Can you really call it that? I don't know, but either way, the Shadow Venusaur is down, and that's our first win for the team. So, searching for our next opponent, and we've got Kamashdod with that reverse hat swag going on. Oh, if I'd had a hat prop, that would have been cool, but I'm not that prepared. Okay, Snorlax on a Cloyster. This is good for me because Superpower is going to do super effective damage against the ice typing of Cloyster. That said, I'm not going to throw one straight away because it will lower my attack and defense. In comes the Icy Wind, which lowers my attack anyway, which we don't love. They're chipping away with their fast move. They're doing a decent amount there. But I've now charged up to 2 body slams. I'm going to throw the first, which gets a shield, and now I'm going to superpower. I'm low on health. Oh no, I'm not, because we see MP tie. I believe I let this through, yet because Icy Wind does KO. I was hoping it wouldn't, but it does, sadly. But that's okay. We'll come in with our Hypno, Confusion down, and I was so hoping we could get there, but there was a slither of health left on that Cloyster. They're going to throw an Icy Wind, which gives me another attack debuff, which is pretty irritating. I'm a shield up, but I'm also half a Pokemon down on health. And here comes the Ninetales. Now, if you looked there, their fast move was doing super effective damage to me, so that's Feint Attack, not Ember or Fire Spin. So because of that, I can safely swap in Venusaur. I can outpace a Ninetales when it's running Feint Attack to the charge moves, so Venusaur is actually a pretty good counter. Ninetales is squishier than Venusaur too, so even though Sludge Bomb is doing neutral, it's going to hit hard if allowed to hit. Let's have a look. Do they shield? They don't, and yeah, that's over half their health gone in one hit. I'm shielding up here because Weather Ball is going to hurt, being a grass typing. Now we're down to no shield, so it's a race to the fast move, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, I get to Frenzy Plant before they get to another Weather Ball, as I suspected, and that will take out the Fire type. Now it all depends who's in the back, and it's a Water type. Fantastic for me, of course. Venusaur's doing super effective damage on fast and charge moves, plus I believe I either have a loaded Thunder Punch or a bit of a loaded Thunder Punch on my Hypno. But in the end, it's not needed. We outpace the Seadra and take the win again. Alright, that's the second of 3 matches. And look, my jacket matches my Pokemon. That pleases me. I know it's silly, but it does. And a few of you said you liked the jacket in the previous video, so I think I might keep the jacket around for a little bit. Okay, this is a lost lead. All of the Charmers can beat Snorlax, and yep, he's running Charm, so this is definitely a lost lead for me. But that's okay, we're going to go for a little bit before we do the switch. My hard counter is Venusaur, but I don't want to switch him in case he's immediately countered. So it's Hypno I'm going to switch in, but I'm going to try and catch. And despite the lag or weak connection, somehow I managed it. So whether that was my good counting or I counted badly and the lag helped me, we don't know. But we are confusioning down with that Ninetales. They threw their move, I didn't shield because I knew it wouldn't do much damage, and they're at a second move now. I don't shield this one either. I'm confident I can take it, which I can, and I throw a Thunder Punch. This will KO or come very close, as Ninetales is really squishy and Thunder Punch is hitting for neutral. But they shield, which is fine by me. I now have a 2 shield advantage. Even though I'm down on Pokemon, those 2 shields are going to come in really handy. Between the 4 charge moves I've got on my 2 Pokemon left, there's not a lot that really can be a problem, and with 2 shields I can keep them safe where I need to. Now I'm expecting a Brick Break on this Raichu, so I'm going to have to shield, and I'm going to throw a superpower of my own because it will hit for great neutral. But they switch out to a Blastoise. That's fine, superpower will still hit for neutral, although the Blastoise is a bit tankier than the Raichu. And of course, I'm going to switch in my Grass-type Pokemon, and now it probably is all over. Now I shield up this first move in case it's Ice Beam. That will pretty much take me out, and we don't want that. Okay, it was a Hydro Cannon, and now I will commit to the Farm Down. Blastoise does not get to his moves quickly, and I had taken him, 3/4 of his health before he threw, so I was confident I could get to another move. Which I can, so we're now throwing the Sludge Bomb at the Raichu, which doesn't quite KO, and just for fun, I thought I'll throw the other move the second time. We're Frenzy Planting the Raichu, and that is down. Well done, Lettuce Boy. On to Game 4 with Kanto. Now, after I'd recorded this, I realised I should have named the team Kant Only, because it's only Kanto Pokemon, no Alolan variants, but I'm slow, and it took me a while to think of that, and I'd already played by then. So, we're in with Snorlax onto a Magmar lead. Now, I don't know the moveset for Magmar or the counts or anything, so I'm presuming I can beat it purely on bulk alone. Okay, there's the Wigglytuff. We can afford to do a few hits on the Snorlax to build up, because I know Wigglytuff is slow and I will get to a Sludge Bomb before they get to their move, even if they get a few charms on the Snorlax. So we're throwing the sludge bomb, pretty much KOing. They must have thought I was baiting, but I rarely bait because it can go so wrong if you lose. Of course, they come in with the magma. We're going for a sludge bomb because if it hits, there's no point throwing the frenzy. It doesn't hit, they shield, and they just farm me down, which makes sense. But that's alright, I'm going to come in with my Snorlax. Now, I pretty much have 2 body slams ready because I took a few charms from that Wigglytuff earlier. They're going to block the first one, but they're out of shields now. Throwing the second body slam now. This should come close to KOing because Magmar's quite soft. Oh my, that is close, right? Man, but not quite enough. I'm going to shield up because they have had a lot of farm on that Magmar. Yeah, Fire Blast. So there's a good chance it was going to be a Nuki type move. But in the back they have Kadabra. Even though Confusion is chunking away, I've taken it down to almost half with my super effective lick damage, and I wouldn't be surprised if this KOs. Yeah, Kadabra is very, very squishy. Okay, that is the first game. The lettuce jacket is doing well for me, and the lettuce hat. It's a lettuce team today, I'm loving it. Alright, final game with Kanto. Looking for our opponent, we're searching, and we have found Quick Nick 1117. Apologies if I fight you and don't shout your name out. I try and remember each time in the commentary, but I am a spoon and I don't always remember. Sorry. So they're leading with a Victory Bell. It's not the Shadow variant, so the Razor Leaf isn't cutting too badly. I'm going to stay in for now and throw a Body Slam. Even the non-Shadow variant of Victory Bell isn't particularly tanky, so that would have done decent damage if it had hit. They shield though, and they come in with their own attack. Now I believe I shield up here, continue to farm and go for another, well, I would have gone for another Body Slam because Poison resists fighting, but they're in the Rapidash. As my health is so low anyway, I throw a Superpower which goes through and does half of that Rapidash. Come in with Hypno and the Rapidash is gone. Confusion really chunks, even if it's neutral, against a kind of squishy Pokemon like Rapidash, no chance. Now they swap in a Vaporeon, which is bad news for that poor water type because I have Thunder Punch. Even, as you can see there, the Confusion is doing brilliant damage even though it is neutral. They're throwing what I expect to be Aqua Tail, so I'm not going to shield. Yep, there is Aqua Tail and I'm ready already with another Thunder Punch. Now this will come close to KOing, if not doing the KO for me if allowed through, but it is shielded. That's fine, I'm going to throw as many Confusions as I can, try and throw the, CMP tie, I think, which makes sense because Hypno does not have a very high attack. Aqua Tail takes me out from here, but I've got a Grass type of course, so I'm going to swap him in immediately to get a bit of farm. Now their last Pokemon is that Victory Bell we saw at the beginning, so that little bit of farm on the Vaporeon means I can get to a Sludge Bomb, nearly said wave, Sludge Bomb before they can get to their move, and that will KO. Alright, and those are the games. So that's everything from me for Kanto Cup. There are a few more days left, of course, but I'm really busy this weekend, so I don't think I'm going to have time to put out any more videos about Kanto. If you're looking for a team still, or if you'd like to maybe try something different to the team you're currently running, I'd really recommend this one. But absolutely put Shadow Ball on your Hypno. There are so few uses for Focus Blast in this meta. You've got your ice types like Lapras and Dugong, but it takes so long to get to Focus Blast. Even then, it's not that useful. It's useful basically when shields are down. I managed to Focus Blast a Snorlax though, which is so satisfying, but it's not on film, which is just the most tragic thing. So yes, absolutely, run Shadow Ball if you have the TMs to change it. And that's pretty much everything I've got to say about Kanto. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Please comment below what you thought of the team, what you're running and what your success has been like in Kanto. And if you'd like to see more PvP content in the future, I'll be uploading a minimum of 2 videos per week. Please do subscribe. Alright, I think that's everything. Fight Club!